Hello, good evening. My name is Nonso Emecheta. I'm a PhD student at the Department of Philosophy, University of Lagos. And I'm one of the panelists at the Center for African Bioethics and Training and Research, at the University of Lagos. And the program so far has been enriching. It has been engaging, insightful, incisive, and intellectually stimulating. So we have been, interfacing with professionals across all disciplines on philosophy and other disciplines to engage, on topical global issues on bioethics, issues that has to do with environmental ethics using our African, theories, our ethical theories to see how man can actually keep to his ethical obligations to the environment. Issues like Ubuntu, using Ubuntu, I am because we are, So it is an environmental credo that affirms one's beingness, one's existence through the being of others. So if you bring such, ethical African ethical theory to bear in our environment, you have an environment that will prioritize other beings in the biosphere, regardless of their ontological placement, irrespective of their ontological place in the universe, whether they are, the so-called inanimate objects and all that. So it's a theory that accommodates others, rather than man seeing himself at the locus or at the center of everything that exists. Man, using Ubuntu, sees himself as existing because of the other beings in the universe. Then we use theories like Nduazo, developed by Dr. Chibo Ekwalo of the blessed memory, that talks about, it's an Igbo, philosophy that talks about, Nduazo, that live and let live. It's a philosophy of tolerance. It's a philosophy of others regarding. It's a philosophy of accommodation that accommodates other beings in the universe, regardless of, their place in the universe, irrespective of their ontological placement in the ecosystem. Then we have another one, a Placid-Tempel's theory of life force, that sees everything in a web, all the existence, everything in existence, are in a spider web. There is interconnectedness of being, that if one is removed, the entire web of being will be vibrated. It's like a chain. So there is a symbiotic relationship. Everything is in whole, that if one is removed, others will be affected. So we equally have the Ujama of Placid-Tempels that talks about familyhood, brotherhood. That's an attitude of the mind that inclines man to take care of or to, tend for other beings in the universe. It's an attitude of the mind of the Africans, which inclines him towards, making sure that the welfare of every other person is accommodated and well taken care of. And when this attitude of mind is equally translated into the environment, we have an environment that will be, that all the beings will be accommodated. We will be inclined to take care of other beings in the biosphere, regardless of their place or status in the universe. Then we talk about issues that has to do with, transhumanism, gene editing, issues that has to do with the modification of the human physique to transcend man's limitation and to go beyond, man's biological constraints. The philosophical issues in the TOT, transfer of technology. We have invited people to talk on artificial intelligence, AI that is ravaging the world. What is the place of man in an AI-dominated environment? Issues that has to do with the gene editing, transhumanism, the philosophical issue that has to do with the social inequality, because the rich will have an undue advantage, because if they are to edit the genes of their unborn children, they will have undue advantage over the poor. The poor people will not be able to afford those facilities that will edit the IQ. They will be more intelligent than the poor, physique, the hair, the kind of hair, eye color, anything you want, gene editing, and by so doing, you have a social inequality. All the philosophical issues, aging, elongating human life, editing diseases, terminal ailment, or this congenital ailment that will shorten human lifespan, editing them for longevity. So nanotechnology, for instance, now when nanotechnology is implanted in the brain functions better than the children of the poor who cannot, their parents cannot afford it. So these are the issues. And the issue of personhood, identity and personhood, if nanotechnology is implanted in me, who am I? Am I still, Dr. Nonso Emecheta? Who am I? Whose identity do I assume? Is it a dual identity of technology and human? So these are the philosophical issues. Then if machine, the artificial intelligence, for instance, can do what man can do, in record time and even better, what are we going to, can we ascribe personhood to it? So these are the issues of biodiversity loss, issues of brain gain, brain drain. These are the issues that surround, ecosystem. How do we use our African, philosophy to provide solution, lasting solution to issues of, global warming, or what we may call climate change and all that. So it has been a very engaging platform